Today I'm interviewing Jolie Phillips, aka my 40-year-old mum. So Mum, when did you start smoking and how did your body cope?
I started smoking when I was about 15 or 16. I had a neighbour who had an older brother. We talked and we decided we'd steal 2 cigarettes off him. We were having a sleepover that night in a tent and we both smoked a cigarette each.
Yeah.
I don't know that I actually finished the cigarette, but then I vomited in the grass outside the tent. So it wasn't nice. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't
the best thing to do,
No.
Well, who or what pressured you to start smoking?
I don't remember ever being pressured into smoking. It was just something that obviously I decided I wanted to smoke. Back then there wasn't the advertising around just telling you how bad it was for you to smoke, and I just think I was going to smoke.
Oh yeah, well, did your parents know you were smoking and what happened when they found out?
No, at that stage they didn't know I smoked. It was kept well hidden from them.
Yeah.
There was a lot of brushing of the teeth. There was a lot of, okay, well, we're going home soon so we won't have a cigarette. And also I went to school, we had family outings, so no, there wasn't a lot of smoking going on at that stage.
Yeah. So when did they find out?
I was about 18, I think, and I was working, had been working since I was 16, was at social work functions, everyone smoked, so maybe that had a lot to do with it, that people at work were smoking. We could smoke in the lunchroom at the Bank of New South Wales back in those days. So I was smoking then. I obviously just came home and said to Mum and Dad, I'm going downstairs to have a cigarette.
Yeah.
That's when they found out.
Oh.
They probably already knew.
Yeah. Well, how often do you smoke?
Now I don't smoke every day. I smoke when I have a drink, an alcoholic drink. I smoke in social situations, and I really enjoy it, but I would like to give up.
Yeah. Well, have you ever tried to give up smoking?
Yes, I gave up smoking when I became pregnant with you, and I gave up straight away. No if, no buts, no maybes.
Yeah.
Back then and still now, you don't smoke when you're pregnant because it harms the baby.
Yeah. It's like one of those babies not to do things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, what strategies did you use to give it up?
There were no strategies. It was just, you're pregnant, you don't smoke.
Yeah. So just cold turkey.
Cold turkey.
Okay. Well, do you still smoke today for the same reason you started smoking?
No, I don't. I started smoking because I thought it was obviously something I wanted to do. Now I do it because I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
So I don't smoke today for the same reason I started smoking.
Well, why do you think smoking is so addictive?
For me, it's a part of my brain that is set in a pattern. It's alcohol, have a cigarette. Be in a social situation with friends, have a cigarette. It's like I have the bad guys in my head and the good guys in my head.
Yeah.
At work, the young kids come in, I can smell their smoking, I think, oh, how disgusting. And I think, I'm not going to smoke anymore. As soon as I come home, Friday night, like last night, I open a bottle of champagne, I have to have a cigarette. And that's when the bad guys say, oh, just have one, it'll be all right, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a pattern in your brain, and I have to stop that pattern in my brain.
Yeah. Well, how bad is the urge to have another smoke?
Really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah.
If the urge wasn't there, the good guys in my brain would win every time.
Yeah.
But the bad guy is the urge.
Yeah.
And he's saying, oh no, just have one, it's okay. You won't have one tomorrow, just make tonight the last night.
Yeah. Well, why don't I see you smoking at family gatherings?
Your nan and pop, my mum and dad think that I've given up. I don't. I'm embarrassed that I smoke. So therefore, when we go to weddings or family gatherings like Christmas with Mark's or your dad's family, I will never smoke. You'll never see me smoke.
Or your family too.
Yeah, you'll never see me smoke in those situations. I'll only smoke with people that know I smoke, and I'll only smoke at home. Because A, I'm embarrassed, and the the reason I'm embarrassed is because I should know that it's bad and I should not smoke.
Yeah. Well, when do you want to give up smoking again, and how do you think
I have been told there's a really good book to read. It's called Giving Up the Easy Way. I've read a couple of things in it. I've also spoken to your uncle, my brother John.
Yep.
He said it really helped for him when he gave up. And I'm also going to call the Quit line. I've also been told to set a deadline, and my deadline is November this year. So I will buy the book and I will call the Quit line.
Yeah.
And I'll aim to give up after my 41st birthday.
I've come to the conclusion that it doesn't matter how often you smoke. Whether it be 1 cigarette a day or 20 a day, you are still addicted to smoking and still doing serious harm to your body. Trying to give up smoking for my mum, even though she is only a social smoker, is as hard as a full-time smoker trying to give up. I'm Zane Phillips.